10 dark secrets of narcissists that they have been hiding all this time. Have you ever looked into the eyes of someone you thought you knew, someone who radiated charm and confidence, and felt a chilling emptiness staring back? Perhaps you've been entangled with an individual whose actions often defy logic, whose words twist reality, and whose emotional responses leave you utterly bewildered and drained. You might have spent countless hours trying to understand them, to make sense of their contradictory nature, to find the real person beneath the shifting sands of their personality. But what if the person you thought you knew was merely a meticulously constructed illusion? What if the unsettling feeling in your gut was actually trying to tell you something profound about the hidden depths of their being? Today, we're going to venture into the shadows of the narcissistic mind, to reveal 10 dark secrets they have been diligently hiding all this time. Truths so fundamental to their existence that understanding them could fundamentally shift your perspective, illuminate your past pain, and empower you to reclaim your peace. This isn't just about labels, it's about uncovering the deeply unsettling reality beneath the facade, providing you with the enlightenment you need to protect your heart and your future. Prepare to see the world, and perhaps your relationships, through an entirely new lens. Let's begin this vital journey into the hidden truths of the narcissistic psyche. And as we embark on this deeply insightful exploration, I kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel, hit that like button to help us reach more people who desperately need this message, and share this video with anyone who might be navigating the confusing and often painful terrain of a narcissistic relationship. Your engagement is invaluable and helps us continue to shed light on these critical topics. To truly comprehend the dark secrets of a narcissist, we must first grasp a foundational concept. The narcissist lives not from an authentic self, but from a painstakingly crafted false self. This false self is an elaborate, often glittering facade designed to mask a terrifying void within. It's a performance, a projection of perfection, superiority, and charisma, built brick by brick to garner admiration and control. The secrets we're about to uncover are the agonizing truths hidden beneath this facade, the raw wounds and profound insecurities that drive every manipulative action and every emotional detachment you've ever witnessed. They are the truths the narcissist spends their entire life running from, and desperately trying to hide from the world, and most importantly, from themselves. The first dark secret that the narcissist guards with their very life is their profound and pervasive insecurity and self-loathing. While they project an image of supreme confidence, unwavering self-belief, and even arrogance, the chilling reality is that beneath it all lies a core of intense shame, worthlessness, and deep-seated self-hatred. They fundamentally do not like, let alone love, themselves. This isn't just a fleeting feeling of inadequacy, it's a constant, gnawing void that drives their entire existence. They spend every waking moment trying to outrun this unbearable truth, using external validation as a temporary shield. Their grandiosity is merely a compensatory mechanism, an overcorrection for an internal landscape that feels perpetually broken and unlovable. They hide this secret because acknowledging it would mean facing the very emptiness they've spent their entire lives denying, shattering the illusion of superiority they project to the world and to themselves. This hidden self-loathing is why they cannot tolerate even the mildest criticism. It instantly triggers their deepest fear that you too will see the worthless individual they believe themselves to be. When they lash out, it's often a desperate attempt to externalize their own internal torment, pushing their self-hatred onto you. Secondly, a devastating truth they desperately conceal is their terrifying fear of exposure and being seen as truly flawed or ordinary. For a narcissist, being found out, having their mask slipped, their imperfections revealed, their manipulative tactics uncovered, is an existential threat. Their entire identity is tied to the facade of perfection. The idea that someone might see them for the insecure, often morally compromised individual they truly are, sends shivers down their spine. They live in a constant state of hypervigilance, meticulously managing their image, controlling narratives, and preemptively discrediting anyone who might challenge their self-proclaimed superiority. This fear of exposure is why they react so viciously to perceived criticism, why they gaslight you when you point out their inconsistencies, and why they meticulously isolate you from others who might see through their charade. In their mind, exposure means annihilation. Your very presence, especially if you are perceptive and authentic, feels like a constant threat to their carefully constructed reality, leading them to aggressively suppress any truth that might threaten their perfect image. A third, equally profound, secret is the pervasive sense of emptiness and lack of true identity within their core. Unlike healthy individuals who possess an integrated self, a narcissist often feels like a hollow vessel, an echo chamber of other people's opinions and reactions. They don't have a stable sense of who they are when no one is watching, no one is applauding, and no one is providing supply. Their identity is merely a collection of external reflections. This internal emptiness is terrifying, which is why they compulsively chase external validation, material possessions, status, and superficial relationships. Anything to fill the void and avoid confronting the barren landscape within. They hide this secret because it would shatter the illusion of their vibrant, dynamic personality. You might sense this emptiness as a chilling detachment even in moments of apparent closeness, or a lack of genuine interest in anything beyond their own agenda. They cannot simply be with you because there is no true being there to share. Fourthly, they conceal their absolute dependence on external validation or narcissistic supply to regulate their fragile self-esteem. This isn't just a preference, it is a life-sustaining necessity. Just as a plant needs sunlight, a narcissist needs constant attention, admiration, and validation from others to feel alive and to keep their internal shame at bay. Without this supply, their fragile ego collapses into overwhelming feelings of worthlessness and existential dread. They are like emotional vampires, constantly drawing energy from those around them, and they hide this dependency because it exposes their profound vulnerability and lack of autonomy. They cannot truly self-soothe or generate internal validation. It must always come from outside. This secret explains their extreme reactions to perceived slights, their constant need for attention, positive or negative, and their uncanny ability to draw people in, only to discard them once the supply runs dry. Your feelings, your energy, your very presence are simply fuel for their emotional survival. The fifth dark secret is that they are fundamentally incapable of genuine love or deep emotional connection. While they might mimic emotions, use romantic language, and perform acts of affection, their capacity for true empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, is severely impaired or non-existent. They view relationships transactionally, seeing others as extensions of themselves or as instruments to fulfill their needs. They can never truly see you as a separate, sovereign individual with your own rich inner world. This chilling truth is hidden because it would expose their profound emotional barrenness and their inability to form reciprocal bonds. They use the idea of love to manipulate and control, but they cannot truly experience it themselves. This secret explains why you feel such a profound loneliness even when they are physically present, why your deepest vulnerabilities are often dismissed or weaponized, and why their love often feels conditional, shifting with their mood and needs. Sixth, a deeply unsettling secret they harbor is that they are consumed by envy and feel a deep resentment towards others' genuine happiness, success, or positive qualities. While they might outwardly praise you, or even feign support, internally, your genuine joy, your authentic achievements, your natural warmth, or your stable self-esteem ignite a corrosive envy within them. They see your happiness not as something to celebrate, but as a direct challenge to their own perceived superiority and as a painful reminder of what they lack. They believe that if you have something good, it must mean less for them, or that you somehow stole it from them. This hidden envy manifests as subtle put-downs, backhanded compliments, sabotage, or a need to constantly one-up you. They hide this secret because it exposes their petty, insecure nature and their inability to genuinely uplift others. This is why your successes often feel strangely hollow around them, and why they seem to derive satisfaction from your misfortune. Seventh, a ubiquitous dark secret of narcissists is their constant tendency to project their own undesirable traits, flaws, and insecurities onto others. They simply cannot tolerate the idea of being flawed. Any negative quality they possess, be it dishonesty, insecurity, cruelty, or incompetence, is immediately externalized and assigned to someone else, usually you. If they are lying, they will accuse you of lying. If they feel insecure, they will call you insecure. This is a powerful psychological defense mechanism they hide because it allows them to maintain their perfect self-image and avoid accountability. In their mind, if they can convince you that you are the problem, then they remain pristine and superior. This secret explains why you often find yourself constantly accused of things you didn't do or qualities you don't possess, leaving you feeling baffled, unfairly blamed, and constantly defending yourself against baseless accusations. An eighth paradoxical secret they deeply fear is abandonment, despite often being the ones to discard others. This fear stems from profound early childhood wounds where they may have experienced neglect, abandonment, or inconsistent care, leading to an insecure attachment style. While they appear self-sufficient and quick to discard, the idea of being abandoned by their source of supply is terrifying. This fear is often masked by preemptive discarding, manipulation, or intense hoovering tactics when you pull away. They hide this fear because it reveals a profound vulnerability and a dependency they cannot tolerate acknowledging. This secret explains why they might suddenly shower you with attention when you start to pull back, why they can't truly let go, or why they often have multiple sources of supply lined up. It's an attempt to manage their deep-seated fear of being left utterly alone with their own emptiness. Ninth on our list of dark secrets is their conscious and deliberate use of gaslighting and manipulation to control your reality. While some of their behaviors might stem from unconscious drives, much of their calculated manipulation is a conscious strategy. They know they are twisting the truth, they know they are invalidating your feelings, and they know they are making you doubt yourself. This isn't just accidental, it's a deliberate tactic to maintain power and control over your perceptions, making you dependent on their version of reality. They hide this conscious malice behind a facade of innocence, confusion, or victimhood. This secret explains why arguments with them feel so circular and disorienting, why you constantly question your own memory, and why you feel like you're losing your mind. They are actively engaged in psychological warfare, and their greatest secret is that they know exactly what they're doing. Finally, the 10th dark secret that forms the bedrock of their deviant behavior is their deeply ingrained belief that they are inherently superior and entitled, above rules, consequences, and ordinary human morality. While they might feign humility or play the victim when it suits them, deep down, they genuinely believe they are special, unique, and deserving of preferential treatment. They feel an intrinsic right to exploit others, to lie, to manipulate, and to break promises, because in their warped worldview, the rules simply don't apply to them. They hide this chilling entitlement behind a veneer of charm or a carefully constructed image of righteousness. This secret explains why apologies are rare and insincere, why they never truly take responsibility for their actions, and why they seem utterly immune to guilt or remorse. They operate from a place of profound moral relativism, where only their desires truly matter, making true accountability an impossibility and leaving you constantly perplexed by their lack of conscience. These 10 dark secrets are not just abstract psychological concepts. They are the unseen forces that dictate every interaction you have with a narcissist. They are the hidden mechanisms behind the confusion, the pain, and the sense of being profoundly unseen or used. If understanding these dark secrets has resonated with your own experiences, please know that this realization is a profound step towards your liberation. The pain you have endured, the confusion you have felt, the self-doubt that has plagued you, none of it is a reflection of your worth. It is a direct consequence of engaging with an individual whose entire existence is built upon a foundation of hidden shame, profound emptiness, and a desperate need to control. The narcissist's secrets are their chains, and recognizing them is your key to freedom. You cannot fix someone who is so profoundly unwilling to confront their own inner reality. Your job is not to save them, but to save yourself. This enlightenment empowers you to see the individual, not for the facade they present, but for the broken, empty core they hide. It allows you to understand why your kindness was exploited, why your love was met with detachment, and why your efforts to connect were always thwarted. Armed with this knowledge, you can begin the vital process of setting impenetrable boundaries, detaching from their chaotic influence, and ultimately, moving towards a life where your genuine empathy and capacity for love are cherished and reciprocated by those who truly deserve them. You deserve a life filled with authentic connection, not one shadowed by someone else's hidden darkness. Thank you for embarking on this courageous journey of understanding with us.